So relationship between the bunker. Whenever we received during running mills, whenever we see the same source, coal source field, a regression model is built. So, likewise, 16 regression model was built. When at the bunkers, when we receive different type of GCV, so each, likewise in bunker A, if we receive coal from KPM, in bunker B, if we receive coal from KEM, an earlier regression model is used to calculate actual furnace GCV, and also here coal flow is considered for weighted average. So likewise, we'll get the exact GCV, furnace GCV of the bunker zonal GCV. So after getting the exact online furnace GCV, using constant heat rate, we calculated specific coal consumption. After knowing the specific coal consumption, we'll be knowing the coal flow. Those relationship is used for load prediction system. Likewise, the regressional model was developed between load and GCV. By knowing the coal quality at GCV, we can easily predict the load. So this is the exact dashboard provided for the operation engineers. Though the values are simulated here, here you can see bunker-wise zonal GCV, which is being used at our plant. So red indications at the bottom of the bunkers. If it is red, it is good data. If it is not red, it is bad data. So this is also another dashboard. The black color indicates the level of the quality of red coal. So here, this is the load prediction window. Consider GCB, mill G, mill C, mill B. Here, if you see G has lower level, next level comes B, and next level comes C. After 20 minutes, the quality of coal will be going to change to 3653. The predicted load is 405. So we did this all coal load prediction, all the systems in-house only, without the help of any vendors. So this project was used to better mills standby strategy during NLD. So during NLD, high quality mills were kept standby. So because if during full load condition, whenever the quality of coal was low, we'll be having a coal flow restrictions from ash handling constraints. Due to this, whenever there is NLD, we'll keep higher quality mills as standby and we'll take lower quality mills as to the service. So this project gives us accurate load prediction, minimize RDs, and it can also use to identify high slag index in the coal sources. This project is useful for plants receiving varying coal quality. And also if you have to use complete artificial intelligence and ML based approach. So in future, artificial intelligence and machine learning will give exactly predict the optimal mill combinations. It will recommend coal blending strategies, suggest intelligent bunker feeding, and maintain target specific coal consumption and load automatically. Thank you. Another few best practices will be explained by Nilima.
Thank you, Vikas. I request all the listeners and the organizers for extra 3-4 minutes so that I can finish off rest of the topics that we have prepared in 3-4 minutes. Okay, kindly excuse us, please. So all of us here are from C&I team, and the best practices or the good practices of C&I team begins right from the design. It flows through the protections, interlocks, permissives, all of that we are doing only to increase the to run our plant in more effective and efficient manner. So, whether you are running a Audi car or a Maruti Suzuki, the driver needs to know at what mileage your car is running. Is it or not? Check, check. Are you sleeping? Thank you. Okay. So likewise, even the operator engineers also need to know at what heat rate they're running their units. So to know the heat rate, we know, all of us know that heat rate is equal to GCV into specific coal consumption. So specific coal consumption anyways we will get to know with respect to our coal flow and all. But what about the GCV? So GCV, what we are getting from, we already have GCV coal analyzer instruments and all. But for the thermal plant like BTPS, where the grade of coal that we are receiving varies from G9, G6 to G15, and the source that we are coming are geographically divided. One day we get from Singareni, the other day we get from Orissa. So we need to calibrate the instrument for all these grades, and whenever the source changes, we need to recalibrate it again. And moreover, these analyzers use radioactive elements and all. So disposal of these instruments is risky, and we'll need to abide to the regulatory commissions. So better we'll go to other method, that is calculation of online GCV. Here we are actually calculating what is the heat input energy that is going into the furnace using mass and heat balance principle, which says energy input to the boiler is equal to energy output plus losses. So input is coal and air, primary air, secondary air. Output is the heat content gained by the steam. Steam here we are speaking about main steam, reheater steam, SH flow and RH flow. Whereas heat losses is from radiation loss, heat lost into the bottom ash, and heat that is going away in the flue gas. So likewise here we are calculating GCV. So from this operation engineers can know what is the heat rate that our unit is running, and they can take measures to optimize that. So next thing is, see, along with things, operation engineers also need to have few data in their fingertips. So we don't have any measurement instruments to measure the extraction stream flow through the heaters, like LP heaters, HP heaters, condensate flow. So how exactly is it useful? To know how efficiently your turbine is running, or how efficient are your heat exchangers. Why? Because if suppose extraction stream flow is less, then we'll have to put more energy into the boiler to preheat the water that is coming inside the boiler. If the extraction stream flow is adequate, which means the less energy will go into your boiler to convert the water into the steam. So this extraction stream flow measurement we are doing using heat balance principle, where it is heat lost by the extraction stream is equal to heat gained by the feed water. So we know pressure and temperature, so we can calculate the enthalpy of the feed water, mass flow of the feed water we know. All we need to calculate is only the mass flow of the extraction stream. This is the example for LP heater extraction stream flow that we have taken. Next thing is, we need to give some privileges to our operation. If there due to vibration, if there is any loose connection in the RTD terminals, if suppose a cable gets cuts and it is grounded, so what happens is these RTDs measure the temperature to the high level at the rate more than 16 degrees Celsius. So what happens, the DCS thinks that the temperature has rise more than the nominal level and it will reach, like, because it has increased the trip levels, it will trip the equipment. But actually the temperature does not rise. It is the glitch of the instrument measurement that is happening. So what the logic is implemented in our plant such a way that whenever the rate of increase of this temperature is in more than 16 degrees Celsius, automatically the particular value will be forced to the safe value. And an alarm is generated to the operational maintenance engineers to know that this value is incorrect. Kindly go and check. So this is the logic implementation. And see, if ID fan, PA fan, FD fan or BFP strip due to this thing, a spurious strip, you can imagine what about the load factor, what about the plant availability factor, how much it is going to reduce. And next thing is, we know that in maintenance, the mechanical instrumentation and electrical maintenance are like sandwich. First instrumentation, people have to remove the cable, again mechanical person will do the work, again electrical person will do the work. Likewise, in our are vertically mounted. So in order to any of the work, if there is any work taken up by the mechanical maintenance or the electrical maintenance with respect to motor, gearbox, first instrumentation cables need to be removed. Instrumentation cable related to bearing and winding temperature RTDs. So whenever there was this, whenever they wanted to take the maintenance, they would ask us to remove. Once the work is done, we have to put it back. And again, it is trial run, not actual run. Now they go for trial run. Again, they observe some defects. Again, you have to remove the cables and give them to the maintenance. So what happens? These are screw type cables. Each time when they are screwing in and screwing out, the TVs will get brittle and it will break. And there are a lot of human errors going to happen because there might be misconnection. Human errors are possible. So these terminals were changed to pin type, so that now we are just doing plug-in and plug-out process is happening, so that all these errors can be reduced. Next one, as I mentioned, with respect to alarms. See, we already have given recipe control panel is there and LVS windows are glowing. First, control oil pressure reduces, alarm. LOP trip, alarm. PFN trip, alarm. So many windows are glowing there. It will be a chaos for the operation engineers to understand which one to be given priority, what should they do. So we have implemented a logic such a way that works on priority basis. Which thing should be given higher priority, and it is user defined. We have defined the help of the operation inputs. We have implemented a logic such a way that the priority rationalizes the signal and it will give the priority alarm, so that it helps the operation engineer to take necessary steps, so that it will reduce the time in analyzing itself and the work can be done better in faster time. Next thing is communicating the status of equipment in real time with other units. We needed to communicate status of BFPs of unit 1 to unit 2, and this suppose if we are going for Modbus protocol or something like that, there would be time consuming, or 10 seconds delay. But we are living in a generation of 20th century where this time delay is not acceptable. We want real time data. So for this we have used check, pack and unpack logic, where we are going to convert the status of the BFPs or the running equipment from binary to decimal, and this decimal signal is sent to other unit in analog 4 to 20 milliamps, and at another unit this will be decoded and again it will be flagged to tell what is the status of the BFPs running. And this pack and unpack can also be used for any other communication purpose. It will be more helpful. And next, in the morning session we have seen how other units have used the technology complying with cyber security, how data is sent to the MIS. So likewise in our plant what we are doing is in like top management people require some critical parameters to be observed or monitored in day-to-day basis or in real time as well. So what we are doing is we have got a device which is going to convert, we are giving our analog signals to this device. This is going to convert from analog to Modbus protocol, and from OT this is now put into IT. So in the back end using Python, this data is fetched, stored, and in the front end, in-house engineers have developed an app where behind the front end, like they are going to display all the critical parameters, and now this page looks something like this. All the critical parameters are available to the top management with statistics data. And next, few of the modifications that we have done in our BTPS so that it will be helpful for the unit to come up early. One thing is scavenge before purging. So when unit trips, we know that oil guns will be choked. So when you start the lighter procedure, we give command to the gun. Within 5 minutes, if the gun is not established, again MFT, again purging. So the process of lighting up will get delayed. So what we have done is, here we know very well that the MFT hardware signal is not going to the scavenge valve and here nozzle valve. Only to the oil gas it is going to go. So we have developed a logic where even before purging, you open the scavenge valve and atomizing steam valve, you scavenge the oil guns and then ensuring all the guns are scavenged, only then light-up activities will start. Light-up means purging of the boiler and all the other sequence of events will begin. By this, startup time has reduced a lot. Next thing, coming to PA head pressure. PA head pressure was measured with the DP transmitter where H line was connected to the PA head line and L line is connected to the furnace filter. So whenever the PA pressure transmitter was used for purging, what used to happen, furnace pressure transmitters would read, the reading would go low. So what we have done is, local, the L line is closed completely and we are reading only PA head pressure and we are reading furnace pressure from the furnace pressure transmitter and in TCS we are negating this and then giving the PA pressure to trip the wheel. Next is igniter rod cooling. We all of us know that igniter guns need to be cooled. So this here in our plant, instrumental pressure is used for cooling of igniter rods. So what happens when unit is in trip condition, when people personally want to enter into the boiler, they close these lines and enter the boiler so that the hissing, noisy sound is very disturbing for them. After the work is completed, they come out and they forget to open this valve. So like that only the boiler will be purged, guns will be taken. But what about the cooling fan? Nobody considers it. So what we have done is we have hooked up a transmitter, we have taken a pressure transmitter and this is hooked up to the DCS. And we have given this the purge permissive. Unless and until we ensure that there is proper air cooling for the igniter guns, but there is no permissive given to purge the boiler. And like a milk changeover and ramp up, ramp down, it is done an auto now. Sir, if you give me 2 minutes, can I have an interactive session? Only 2 minutes. From case studies we have done. Only if you give us time. From case studies we have done, I just want to ask you people, airflow transmitter was reading 100 to 400 tons per hour during MFT condition. Can anybody guess? What could be the reason? ID fan off, PA fan off, FD fan off, but still airflow transmitter is showing 100 to 400 tons per hour. Okay, this was because the chimney height is 200 and because of that natural draft, this transmitter was reading. Likewise, we have another 2 to 3 case studies because of lack of time. I would like to finish it here. And I would like to thank Seil especially for giving us platform to share your knowledge and to gain the knowledge as well. You people have given a very warm welcome and the token of gifts are very valuable. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving us support.
Okay, my special thanks to Vikas Naramina. Thank you. It was a well-listened session. Thank you. First of all, sorry about this to all of you. I know we have been restricted with the time and we know there is a lot of knowledge and it's been flowing from morning. And kindly, we request our beloved speakers, if multiple speakers are speaking from one organization, kindly, it is absolutely 10 to 12 minutes is your amount of time. Please, if you're just max 2:15, the other speakers are not able to deliver their presentation. Number 1 point. And number 2 is, we just expect an overview of the entire topic. Each slide explanation will definitely take time, you all know that, and at least evening 2 hours of, desperately for you, specific time is always required because you have to get ready and come back with our dinner. So kindly requesting. So next speaker onwards, we are so sorry, we didn't have any intentions of it, but it is just the time requirement and time constraint, that's it. Thank you. And may I now call upon another incredible speaker from GSW Energy, yes, and Vishwajit Saku Garu, if I'm not wrong. Yes, and also Sashi Kumar Garu, GSW Energy. The topic will be best practices in C&I. Okay? Yeah, sir, please, so sorry, but my intention was not that, but yeah, thank you.
Good afternoon all. My name is Vishwajit from GSW Energy, Seil. And meet my colleague, Sashi Kumar. You will next to slide to explain the of the GSW. That will take place.
So we are from GSW Group, founded by late Sri O.P. Jindal. And GSW started its business in steel and further expanded to energy, cement infrastructure, ventures for CSR activities. And this is the GSW power plants in various locations in India. And we have been Barme, Ratnagiri, Jharsuguda, then Vijayanagar, and Baspa, Kotehar, Chhattisgarh, Nandyal, and solar and wind with megawatts. So in Vijayanagar, it started with JTPCL in 1994, and in 2002 we have achieved 60 megawatt, and in 2012 we have achieved 1690 megawatt, and currently we are having 2526 megawatt with green energy and with zero coal power production by 2050. So coming to the next, we have our value chain inputs coal, oil, gas, and water, and values and outputs are power, gas, and effluent. And these are the vision of the GSW Group. We are an integrated power company with presence of value chain across and provide reliable, affordable, and sustainable power. And our values are compassion, courage, agility, and collaboration and commitment. And this is the first implementation we have done in our mill system and BFG system. And this is the annunciator siren in mill and BFG. We have installed it for safety purpose. Whenever the mill starts or stops, it will give a siren in Hindi and local language Kannada, so that the manpower working over there will note how the mill is going to stop or start, so that they can take the safe place from the equipment. And similarly, we have installed in the BFG systems. So whenever the gas leak is there, it will detect and it will announce in the local language and Hindi. And whenever the gas cutting and cutout activities are taken. So the next project is our in turbine. There is our JV in the EV, GV, IVs. So there are some oil leakages we have observed earlier, and due to these oil leakages, fire incident may happen. So we have a small capacity type proximity sensor in the JVs to detect the prior oil leaks from the oil seals of the servo valves or the drum valve. So if it is there any leak from the valve, it will accumulate in the JV, and the sensor will detect the oil leak, and it will give an alarm in this system, and we have given it the startup pitch. So it will save us from fire hazard and equipment damage and unplanned shutdowns. So I am giving the.
Thank you, Sashi. Sir, in higher system, initially when water system is processing higher system, then it is the topmost peak position and the far position operator unable to watching what is the pressure maintaining. So we have installed pressure gauge and transmitter. So it is always to maintain the pressure maintaining. So it is easy to when pressure drop to alarm generate and to alert the our operator. So any pump will down, they will activity, maintenance activity will do, sir. Next is the in battery room system, they are having a lot of battery and S2 gas is formation. So in that gas will detect how much hydrogen gas will produce. So another S2 sensor are installed in battery room. So any S2 gas information, then it is allowed the operator when it is hooked up to DCS. Then now we are also installed into S2 dryer system, and wherever the S2 cylinders are installed in the remote area, that is also once announced the system and the S2 sensor are installed to allow the local storage systems and operators. And in the city vibration system, and OEM supplied only the motor vibration mechanical type of given, but in fan side, gearbox side, is vibration sensor is not given. So we have initiated the sensor is installed both gear and the motor sides. So and it is specific hook up to this signal. This is to monitor purpose. And in battery room, the exhaust fan are there. So, but some of the maintenance activity or some of the water fault, so they are already down condition, but one of feedback is given to a DCS system. So early alert to the operator that S2 battery room or motors are running or not. Next is a SPLC bypass system. They provide a OEM the PLC system, that Siemens PLC. So sometimes when any fault is coming in PLC, we are unable to stress how to do that one. So total system will remove the PLC and direct hook up to DCS. So easy maintenance purpose and whatever parameter forcing anything required, so directly is monitoring the DCS. Same we have done in FD fan also. They having the relays are there, some malfunction is there. So directly release it and now control to DCS system. And in JSW measurer sites having a connected the 300 megawatt connected to grid. So a special protection system we have to implemented in the grid system, so it is reliable to our system. And earlier it was not really grid system is that all 4 units in addition to all units, so it is special system implemented in some of the grid plants. Next you can see that is a loader system, individual personal loader system are implemented. Who is the technician or electrician, we have installed this loader system, and we have the individual operator name and mobile number connected. Next, in OEM supplied the SATA type hard disk they are supplied. We have for SATA type hard disk, we know the mechanical type of driver system there. So now you have the SSD type of hard disk is connected for more reliability. So in a DCS system in ISO certified 2700 2003 certified for PLC system and DCS system in last year, and now this year we have to 2022 given. In cyber security, we have implemented the biometric system in AWS system, and all CCTV is monitoring the entrance of the control room and exit of the control room. So any outside people are coming, all control is monitored by CCTVs. In the cyber security, in the secure the all data you have to implement it, and the PLC, DCS tunnels and network switches are direct, managed table switches are connected, and all switches are both are secure, and DMZ are secure. DMZ are connected. All this, all PLC taking the initiative through cyber security also. Sir, it is in the DCS system we have upgraded from controller from DQ4F to DQ MR2, and the Windows XP, now it is Windows 10 and it is also cyber security investment also done, and in CPP4, and remaining 3 units, 300 megawatt, it is on progress. Initially, our 300 megawatt, that land-based, the barcode screen is there. It is consuming the more power and the frequent failure is there. So I will put that one. Residential based barcode system was installed. In SADC system, you can see one positioner connected to 4 corners of the wall. If any one corner is any issues is there, to isolate the whole 4 corners. Now we initiated for individual corner isolation wall is there. If any one corner is there, we have isolated only that corner, remaining are in service. So in our best practice is there, all the cards are the electronic card, DPO cards are when we have service to vendor. We have installed in shutdown time, checking it all this. Or we have stored the DPO cards, AI card, DI cards. We have checking in the shutdown when it is working or not. And next is the all PLC systems. We have to standardize in a single platform, that is alert ready. We have to connect it, and we have maintained the all common space. And all PLC Windows OS systems are Windows 10. So finally, this is the JL Township. Township to all, and specifics to ESL to better. Thank you.
My special thanks to Mr. Vishwajit Garu and Sashi Kumar Garu. Thank you. And yes, maybe we step to the technical session 2. So may I call upon Partha sir, take it forward. That's the freewheeling, discussion. So please, I think 10-15 minutes, not more than that. And yes, Madhav Garu, head of C&I from SCIL, to take it forward.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. The beginning discussion we would like to have on the OT cybersecurity. There are 2 topics we have discussed. OT cybersecurity and the oil and safety controls. So why we are insisting on the OT cybersecurity is because many of the people are here, like our OEMs also there, like Snyder and Siemens, Rockwell, where they can easily support us by taking questionnaire sessions. So in this we will not go more technical, just like that we will have questions. So since many of the government GenCos also there, so private people, okay, a little bit compliance point of view they are ahead when we are seeing for the budget and other constraints. So just okay, we will not present anything, we will have a discussion, just point by point, so you people can support me. Firstly, as an organization, do you have cyber security policy as a framework? How many people are agreeing? Because some people they show that ISO 27001 certified companies. So how many organizations have a cyber security policy as an organization level? One is BTPS, other one is MOXIE. MOXIE anyhow we will be having a good session post lunch again after this. ILFS. Okay. So just wanted to say why APMO is not having, or JSPL, or even KTPS, or even other NLCs. So this is very much mandatory nowadays. So there is no doubt of like maintaining all your infra, then other your PLF, then plant reliability, and they have everything you are maintaining. But except once you are not a cyber compliance, then it is a gone. And one more, like once you coming to the shift from like CA guidelines are there, cyber security framework. Now it is very detailed, it is mentioned. So now mandatory regulations have come on 2025. Earlier it was only for the guidelines only, but it is now mandatory regulations 2025 onwards. So now it may going to be like it may be imposed also most of the things. So detail like there are earlier article wise is there, now they have been converted into chapter wise. Many points like equal to IT systems, they are insisting us to follow the OT systems. Almost all. There is no gap between IT and OT. So many of the things like morning sessions also we had. So all our data we have been transferring because we are digitally connected, AI based, then the very advanced tools. And again, as a corporate MIS, we will be publishing our blank parameter data. Those are all it should be secure DCS. Otherwise, it is with non-compliance. Because most of the people, again, we may have to keep this session exclusively for the cyber security, because even we are also learning. So one thing we proudly say that SCL, so we are 100% cyber security implemented plant in the India. First time we are implemented entire cyber compliance. Even our OEMs are there, they can also validate. So one point in the recent mandatory regulations, there is a physical isolation between the IT and OT environment. So when we are sending the data, because everybody like there are bits are there. So we are, since we are in this room only, all our OT systems are nothing to connected outside environment, but we are not safe. Someone intentionally also, some people may do it, knowingly or unknowingly, like using some USB or somewhere. It may very wonderful. So that is what, when the IT to OT interface is there, definitely we should have some kind of firewall. That anyhow as a by default, decades ago it is there firewalls, but the morning session also our Anant has covered, there is a physical device is there which is called as a data diode. So there are very clear cut guidelines are there in the CA regulation 2025. They specify that OT IT environment there should be a physical data diode. Physical expression is in the present market it is available only the data diodes. There are 2-3 vendors are there. One is your Hole is there and one more is Waterfall. So all are coming from US only. So that is the one mandatory when we are sending at least because no one is like limited to the only OT environment. Few data at least we are sending to the outside environment. Is it true or not? Or if you are alone, okay, still they are insisting. Even still you are a standalone system within this Innova protocol. They are not sending any communication to the outside. Also still they are insisting. Because even our friends also they may do it intentionally or unintentionally. So nobody does the intentional thing. And other than that, again our budget constraints. People may say, so recently only we have commissioned the system last 5 years back. Even as a seminar, you see last 7-8 years commissioned units also we have been replacing most of the systems and we replaced also. Like Windows 7 is there, Windows 7 to Windows 10 and some people may be using Windows XP also or even Linux systems also may be there. Like some kind of OEMs they will use some kind of black box so that we cannot change, but that is a part of our network. So entirely all in this room may be like one device, but someone is creating problems entirely will be affecting. So that like some BTL system may be there, which is like some kind of old legacy system. Na? We cannot say that you update this is Windows 10. So that may be like Windows 7 only or even Windows XP also may be there. But those things as a overall, you have to see that everything should be upgraded and updated. One more point is as a CISO is there. How many people are CISO? At least okay. Being a South Indian plants, we have been here. So who is CISO from OT side? Even as a CISO, they are working currently because we are already cyber compliance, many things we are discussing. But this is our team, so we are saying that. Anyone is there from any arbitration CISO or as an alternate CISO? Chief Information Security Officer. Generally we say that sir, our IT person will be the CISO. He never connects to us. Anyone is CISO is there? At least as an alternate CISO. Or you should get some information from CISO. What is the latest happening at the market? And number of things are happening. Ideally, we will be getting some 20 to 30 mails. Many things we have to reply instantaneously also, or within 48 hours we should be able to give the reply to the. So much the government is insisting for the cyber security compliance. Slowly they are imposing. Now earlier, that's what we are saying, the guidelines are there, now it is the stress alarm deal to the coordinator between the IDS to management to the our team, like IT or OT. So you may be saying that, sir, I require anything if you approach to the volume, it is not less than some crores. They may say that, sir, this is okay, latest updated systems, you can use it for next 5 years. No? Otherwise, this is the phase out, mature phase. Many things, technical terms are there, but that we should complain. So CISO will be the now, as per the new latest guidelines, CISO will be the directly reporting to the MD, Managing Director or the CEO, highest person. There is no area between the CISO and the next manager because his responsibility to collect the entire data. So what are the legacy systems are there which we have to upgrade it to the latest softwares or hardwares? That we should be able to present at a board level. That is what the role of CISO. So once you go back to the organization, just you can ask them also who is CISO, and yesterday we know that one Gauda is there. So he is very closely interacting. So that as a OT side, what are the phase-out systems are there? We should be able to list out each area, not only the BTC mainland, including BOT systems also, each the system-wise software as hardware, and let us put it to the management. Next, that's what I'm saying, that to the senior management level, just prepared by, reviewed by, approved by. So let us in the management view say that, okay, sir, these systems maybe we may have to do out of 50 or 40 systems, 20, 25 is complaining, remaining we may have to do. But that may take years to do that. Not in a phase when only we have to do. At one stage we cannot go the entire system because recently we have brought the spending of some few crores. Again, doing the anything upgradation, it is not less than some months, 6 months, 8 months. It is one phase. And again, that may not be compatible with the new systems. A lot of issues will be there. But as a guidelines, you should take 1 or 2 pages total list of your installations, then letters signed by the highest management. So that they are also under, they know that at least what are the legacy systems still we are continuing. And the governance point of view, we are told that CISO is the mandatory along with the alternate CISO, and the plant level ownership becomes his responsibility. Though he may be from the IT background, but he will be the responsible. Some incident happens at the plant level, he will be the first person to respond. There are some guidelines are there within 48 hours we should respond, and again he should immediately. Many agencies are there. How many are know that different sector coordinations are there in that? One is the set. Morning also we are seeing CERT internal team is there. CERT team is there. Then again CSIRT team is there. That people are aware of. Like computer security incident response team. Something happens, any incident happens, we should be able to report to the within 6 hours as a OT system. Something happened. As some breach happened or somewhere cyber attack happened, then you should be able to report within 6 hours to the CSIRT team. Computer security incident response team. Then there are again regular audits we should be able to do that. How many people are doing your VA assessment? VA is there. Generally they will do it from the IT, vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So after VA, some bugs may be there. So that they will do it by the penetration test. But we cannot do the penetration test during the online systems when it is connected to the entire plant. There are cyber non-compliance are there. Because of the systems they will test it, and when we are installing time, we will be taking that. So commissioning itself will take 18 months, 24 months. Now by this 2 years, it is again you are accountable. Then again it will be older system only. Then we are upgraded to Windows 10. Again now Windows 11 has come. Then again servers also. Like Historian, AWS, whatever it is there. 2016 servers are there. Now it is again it is coming with the new updated servers. So we cannot be far at market as like IT, but we should be, at least we try to be with the latest compatible system. Then there are the network segmentation. What we are telling is like there is a clear-cut regulations, IT, physical security is required, separation, like through data, whatever it means you do it now. There are network layer segmentation is there. That is again part of our cyber security. Then endpoint, okay, we have discussed patch updation. Then a minimum physical security. So that is the basic guidelines. Whether you do it as an upgraded system or not. Physical security, what is physical security in OT? Like this is our control room or AWS workstations or panels. Then what is the server? Search is the server room. How do you protect your server? So someone maybe intentionally accessing. There is an access is required, they will be telling. So, but whenever we are entering to the system, so there should be access control, which is it's a role-based access, some kind of physical role-based access. So we should have the only from the OT team only, you should give the access. Because all the plants we are seeing, the OWS, VWS, VDI room or electronic equipment room, those are all separated from the operations. No one can enter until unless any emergency. So that access is a mandatory physical security. Once they can come into, then there should be a CCTV surveillance also required. Someone may be tampering knowingly, unknowingly. Many times we have seen unit suddenly tripped. But afterwards there is a coincidence that in the panel room someone is working. Then how do you correlate? Physical security, then again your password protected systems required. So always your systems will be locked. Then nobody can. There are privileged access there, which is automated system, but at least manual maintenance which is can be doable. Like access control, someone's shown that the JSW, I think, that the list of fingerprint biometric taking the face recognition. Such kind of things is a part of cyber implementation. Then again, you have the CCTV for the coverage. Some black spots will be there, but entire room you cannot cover all the CCTV 100%. Right? But some CCTV minimum requirement is there. And again, your password you should maintain. And whenever you share, whenever you compromise the password, no? Because 24/7 same person cannot continue. Like being in instrumentation morning also our password. So anytime we are the front warrior. First problem they say that okay sir, this is the problem, whether it is electrical or mechanical. But C&I person should conclude that sir, it's not our problem. Maybe it could be problem of electrical or mechanical. Though after telling us a lot of fights will be happening. But we are the, like, you should know the process. Once you know the process and know the problem very easily. That's what, whenever you share the password, immediately you should be able to change it. That is one mandatory guidance I have. But cybersecurity policy just uses that. Then again, as the system hardening, many things are there. What do you mean by system hardening? There should be some checklist. System hardening means what needs to be done. Do we have updated antivirus signal? During lunchtime, we are seeing, sir, we are also implemented cyber security and we are doing, but our antivirus, once you put the latest one, so systems are hanging. That's what the statement. Many are facing. Because 100% you cannot keep it as an antivirus or an update. There are scheduled antivirus updates are there, then again online updates are there. So have you have entire antivirus installed in your systems, like GS also, some part of you will be responsible for GS systems also, SCADA or water treatment, handling, apart from your mainframe systems. Do we have proper antivirus updated signature? That is also your thing. If any incident happen, firstly the blame will come to the organization level to the CMA, and next to the management. Then management may put a lot of questions, why you are not updated, this is hardly matter of some rupees, some thousands or so on. Let us, that's what I am telling, all your assets, please list out. That's what our request, we list out all the assets. What is your software installed and what is your hardware. Hardware we cannot change. And hardware there is no major cybersecurity complaints also. Only only the software application point of view only. Let us list out and put forward to the management. Sir, this is what out of 100%, we may be complying to 30, 40, 60, whatever. Rest we will be going on the phased manner. So that is also required outage. Simply if they sanction the budget of 5 crores, 6 crores, we cannot do it in a running plan, most of the time. Coming to secure architecture, that's what our OEMs may, again, this continuation section, they may say that what is meant by business of dev and secure architecture. Then there are standards, are there, NIST standards, and your NIST 62443. Then audits also. How frequently we are doing cybersecurity audits? Morning, I think again some presentation is covered. So we will be doing the regular cyber audits. How frequently we are doing? Stefan also covered, I think. So I how frequently we are doing? Whether are we registering those audits for the compliance in the next audit dates, or just audit point observations are there, then we are filing.
So we are doing on a yearly basis. Some points we can't be able to comply with. We need some financial implication. We also know that. But we try to comply maximum actually. So far we did actually 3 times cyber audit actually. And we have closed around 80% of the points. Some needs OEM support by DBT. So we are working on it. So based on the management approach, we will go forward.
Okay, good. But we should project to the main that out of 100% we will be compliant, the 80. Rest all. Customer we can ask, so what is end of life cycle? So based on that, there are different phases are there. Maturity phase, then again phase out, then many things are there. Very good terminology is there, depends on each OEM to OEM. That we should put it to the management, saying that sir, these are under already maturity phase, so we can maturity phase means we cannot get neither replacement service or the spare. Spares also we cannot get, but as a project beginning 100% out of installation. 10% minimum spare we may be having, but as a good maintenance practices, critical servers we may take 100% also. Like 3 historian or 2 historian is there, we may take 2 more also. Because this Windows 7 may go for Windows 10, again Windows 10 go to the something else. So that is the easiest way, keeping one server. Instead of their hardware replacement, because they may say that it is not compatible. In single sentence we have to spend 5 to 10 crores. But instead of that, okay, let us keep some 3-4 lakhs as a hardware system. That can be managed. But that again they call it as a legacy systems which will not be compliant to our new type of guidelines.
2-3 points we have seen actually the pain areas have been addressed. Like as you told, we have upgraded our pieces in 2022 actually, and we are right now closing the end of life actually. 2019 is our server, which is going to be absolute by 2019. So the OEM has already alerted us. So as a preventive thing, what we did is we have a complete backup servers as a spare, which is a hot swappable backup, which will be checked periodically by power on, and then we do it. And second thing is the existing running machines and servers is having an AMC contract with the Dell support actually. So it has been we have faced in the last 3 years is maximum 4 to 5 times server has been totally went down actually, and it has been restored. Maybe in a day of 2, I suppose, max. And apart from that, our basis architecture itself, 3 server concept. So we are very safe. Even one server space, we can still run. Even the second server space, still okay. So in that way, our architecture is strengthened properly. So, but still, there is a chances of something goes wrong. So we are also in a pipeline to mitigate the problems.
Okay, good. But as you rightly pointed out, again there is a restoration process. We should have some definite timelines. So how fast we can recover 8 hours, 72 hours, 48 hours, 24 hours based on your criticality. So there should be some guidelines and better individual organization wise please list out. That's what our request. Because management last they will blame you only. So like something if you wanted you have spare, but badly the preservation and all we don't know. Once you bring it and you get on then that may not put up. Like this existing one will be glued up screens. Then OE that will be like Saturday midnight or Sunday. So if they cannot stop our operations until you restore it, restoration back. So 100% backup also we cannot issue. That's what they say that what is the critical systems we should able to see the like hard swappable. What we are also calling hard swappable systems. Snyder they used to call it the Galaxy server. There are some different terminologies are there, but we should have one instead of 100, 200% also you can keep. First case if it doesn't boot up, then again it's a nightmare. So all these stations, what are the hard swappable latest, what are the existing program, we should able to do it. What we are doing is generally what are the new systems given by the OEMs that we are returning back to source after ensuring the old missions deploying to the same program and we are checking. And like we are keeping the old things and giving back to the source as a hard swappable. But still there is a risk, but okay, with mitigated or calculated risk we can proceed, not an issue. Because budget is the first point it will come, so that's what we have to take all the people and request them to approach your CISO as at least, so these are all our burning points. So list out and you ask some few crores of budget, so then you will easily approach to the management for the support. At least they will know that black and white, okay, what is required for the implementation or to comply the new guidelines. Otherwise, after making so much profit, they may blame you. Then vendor support definitely required. As we said, the 2022 you have done the upgradation, but again you are looking for the new upgrade. That's what now the market is going on. So vendor support we should have vendor support like once you are buying Windows 10 again Windows 11 comes also they should be able to support you as a new OS level. Otherwise we cannot change entire hardware. Once this is a very tricky point. Once you change the controller or application, then they may say that sir, your hardware is not compatible. Hardware is not in our so we cannot change hardware. Like processor part of it you can change, but IO module or IO bus you cannot change. You require to change this is the 1 month of progress. Like all your PDF you have to remove and again do the 100% loop checking after termination. It's a very tedious job, which generally you will not enter. BA also, vulnerability assessment, that's what we told, certain penalty is there, definitely we should approach it. May not be much costly, like it's a few thousands of lakh, like yearly once we should do that as our check of kind of our OT assets, how and what are the low, high, medium risks are there. High risks immediately we should be able to project the management of the budget and what are the. Then vendor management also, there are earlier guidelines, it's a trusted products and OEM controls, but again it's come as a new guidelines. Being a Chinese, many of the things we are buying, so vendors will provide the recovery procedures. Then we should have also some certifications like CCTVs are implemented. CCTV also, like CCTVs now a lot of compliance things have come. SQTC something like that. Yes, that's also even at the CCTV level also we have a lot of vulnerabilities. And as a being a responsible person, accountability is there for each C&I persons to maintain your healthy systems. Role-based access is compulsory required, which is part of the cyber recommendations. But we call it as a privileged access management, which covered, and again the next session also they will be covered. But all the time you take your senior management involvement in this, because it's all budget related, time constraints, again it requires use outage. Anything you wanted to upgrade, it is not less than minimum 15 days to 1 month. Eventually. So let management to highlight. So what is our issues? And again, once after implementation, the different layers start there, like layer 0, layer 1, layer 2, the DMZ network. That are all we have crossed. Then backup. Again, once backup also morning we discussed. How many people are they may be having some defined procedure for the backup restoration. So all the time, always it cannot be person dependent. What are the backups are there? Because this is the organization level. So generally, there are different guidelines are there. As a Seil, we are practicing 3 places backup we are keeping. One is on the direct on the system itself. Like if it is an engineering workstation, there itself will be keeping. Then there is a server backup is there, then NAS backup. Then other one again we are keeping at remote locations. So 3 backups, and there is a backup policy also. How frequent you are taking? Quarterly backup, 6 months backup. Because some things may not be required yearly backup also. Like some system you will not touch, like EQMS versions, or even your turning your PNC also important. So our morning our case was sir told in the semaphore itself, like turning your while coming boiler drift, turbine doesn't come on by, like some issues are there. So that time your system importance you may realize. Then we may search, sir, that person some expert is there, so who has left us, so he